While every election is important, the voting process can feel very complicated. There's nights of no sleep, the underlying factor of will I get this position or not, and how can you convince others to believe in yourself and in your platform. I'm here with Rashad Stafford, former candidate for Mr. FAMU, and he's here to vividly paint a picture of the election process and everything he went through while running for Mr. FAMU. Hey Rashad.
Hey Whitney, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm doing well. I just want to say thank you for having me on your show. I've been following you for a little minute, so I'm glad to be here today.
Okay, I'm glad you came in the studio. Well, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. Well, first, tell me about yourself.
Well, like you said, my name is Rashad. I'm a third-year public relations student from Jacksonville, Florida, Duval. And I'm just your average Joe, just your average student around FAMU.
Alrighty, so what made you run for Mr. FAMU? Why was this so important? And what were some of your platform key points that you got across to people?
Right. Okay, well, I always knew I wanted to be Mr. FAMU. Since before I even enrolled into classes here at FAMU, I knew I wanted to be Mr. FAMU. So when it was time to actually declare, that was no ifs, ands, buts about it. It was just a matter of preparing for the actual campaign week. I had 6 platform points. They range from everything from scholarships for students to recruitment and retention plans for current and future rattlers. So, I was just trying to make a difference as Mr. FAMU any way that I could possibly can.
So I know your theme was Man of Excellence. What was your reasoning behind it, and why was that such a strong theme for you, Man of Excellence?
Yes, Man of Excellence. Man of Excellence actually came from a quote that I read well before campaign week. And the quote went a little something like this. Perfection is not obtainable, but through the attitude of excellence, perfection can be the ultimate goal.
Okay.
And that meant that, and that when I read it, it stuck to me. And with FAMU's motto being excellence with caring, that was also no burden to just combine the two when campaign season came around.
Okay, so there's countless nights. I was on Royal Court in high school like 15 years ago, and we took it serious. You had to find sponsors, you had to put up posters. There were times where you didn't go talking to your friends. Was it the same as in college, and how did you deal with that?
Walking into campaign week, I was scared. I was scared for a lot of reasons. I was scared because, number one, I didn't know if I was prepared. I didn't know if I was going to have the support that I needed. But I started working on my campaign over the summer. So it was just a matter of doing everything and getting everything together for campaign week. The good part is a lot of my friends were actually on my campaign team. My campaign team actually, I would say, grew. Because walking into campaign week, I was scared. That was one of my biggest concerns was support. Because when you're running, when you're doing anything, you're going to need a strong support team to keep you going, keep you pushing, keep you motivated. And so walking into campaign week, I was scared. I didn't know if I was going to have 1, 2 people or 20 people. But over time, and especially over the course of the days, especially leading up to campaign week, my campaign team grew. And they grew and they grew and they grew. And it was actually some of my best friends and people who I just met the day before and said, okay, I like what you got going on. I want to be part of your team. I support you.
So what were some of your high points and what were some of your low points during campaign?
So, excuse me.
Frog?
Excuse me. But definitely some of my high points was just being around my campaign team 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I would say during campaign week, my house turned to their house. There wouldn't be a time where I could just walk to my house and there'd just be my house. I would walk to my house, there would be 6, 7, 8 people just doing whatever needs to be done just to make sure everything runs smoothly. The high points was definitely being around them because I tend to be to myself a lot. So I'm used to walking to a quiet house and nothing but the refrigerator running. So just to walk to my house, seeing different people, and they're all coming together for me. That was definitely one of the high points of one of the high points of campaign weeks. One of my lowest points of campaign week was actually I was coming back from campaigning in Orlando Law School. I actually did not drive my car. I actually drove my roommate's car down to Orlando just to save money on gas for efficient costs. So we got there, and it's me and my campaign mate Dallas. We got down there. We're campaigning. Everything goes good. We're happy. We're excited. We're pumped. We're on the way back, and I'm driving. I'm doing a good 85 down I-75. And all of a sudden, all you hear is boom and smoke everywhere. So I pull over and we lift up the trunk, and the whole engine is on fire. Mind you, we are on the way back to Tallahassee, and I have an event that I have to be back for in Tallahassee in 2 hours. So we on the side of the road, we panicking, don't know what to do. Oh God, engine on fire. Mind you, this isn't my car. So I'm panicking. So as we try to do everything we can, I'm stressing. I'm like, you know what, why is this happening to me? I'm just trying to do the right thing. I just want to be Miss FAMU. And why is all the things happening to me? But it ended up working out for the better. I ended up having to stay with the car in Lake City, getting to my event. It's crazy because as I was getting to the event that I had scheduled the same day, somebody had to come and get me, pick me up to take me to the event. So I'm in the back seat, and they're going 85, 90 miles per hour down the street, and I'm in the back seat changing, back into my suit. Just to make sure, just to make sure that I'm in place for this event. That I ended up walking in late, but just the fact that I was there and they seen, I was dedicated to being there, it just made it all better. So but going through that entire ordeal definitely was one of the lowest points, because it was kind of like, it was frustrating. Like, why is this happening to me, especially in that moment, and it's not even my car. So that was, a lot of people don't even, like, a lot of people, my campaign team doesn't even know that even happened, only because I didn't want to stress them out.
Now they know.
Now, I didn't want to stress them out, because they were, Rashad, where you at? And Rashad, you have to be at this event here. And I'm just like, y'all, I'm coming. And I'm gonna sit on the side of the road, talk to cows, naming cows as they walk by. And, it all played out in the end. But that was definitely one of my lowest points of campaign week.
So did you win?
Unfortunately, I did not win. I did make it to the runoffs, which was a good thing. I made it to the runoff, which means that it was me and the other person who were the top 2 votes. And I lost in the runoff elections by 69 votes.
How many?
69.
That number gets you in trouble every
time. 69 always gets you in trouble.
Okay, so what difference you felt like you would have made if you would have won Mr. FAMU?
Well, I definitely would use my platform as Mr. FAMU to definitely inspire people, to motivate people, to keep people going. Because like I said earlier, I'm just that average student. Like, I'm not an SGA. I'm not, in Greek life. I'm not knocking anybody who is, but the bulk of the university, the bulk of the student body isn't a part of those things. And with me not being in that, I feel like it would have given me people hope. Like, I don't have to do X, Y, and D if I want this to be my ultimate goal.
So who did you run against? Like, who were your candidates, and I'm pretty sure it was negativity, and how did you overcome that negativity?
Of course, well, I actually ran against 2 other people. Well, actually 3, but 3 other people. They're all great friends of mine. Eddie Lee, Emir Hall, and Jared Humer.
Who won? I'm sorry.
Emir Hall did win.
Who's that? The red boy?
That is the red boy.
Okay. Hey.
Yes, he actually did win. But like I said, they're all cool. They're all considered my brothers. But there was a lot of negativity thrown my way during campaign week. And at first I didn't understand why, because I would assume that we're all brothers, we're all cool. This should be some type of friendly competition. But I was in for a rude awakening. I received a lot of negativity, even from people who I thought were my friends, people who I thought were close to me, people who I seen every day, who I conversed with every day before campaign week, were all of a sudden bashing my name, bashing people on my campaign team. I had to really step back and see, okay, well, how should I deal with this? Because with me being the main, it's no stranger. I can deal with it. I can deal with somebody taking shots at me. I can deal with the negativity coming to me. But now I have an army of people behind me that's supporting me, and they feel it as well. So I had to to step back and see, how do I properly deal with so much negativity coming my way when all we're trying to promote is positivity. So it was a matter of just being humble about everything, just being mature about it. Like it's kind of like your grandma always say, if you have nothing nice, they don't say anything at all. That's one thing I told my entire campaign team. Like, listen, we are going to run a clean campaign. We don't have to do, the shady stuff. We don't have to, undercut people, because at the end of the day, if it's meant to be, it's going to be.
Right.
So you don't have to, do anything, sneak this. You don't have to be a snake to get your way to a position.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing I preached to my campaign team since day one. That's one thing I was very strong on during campaign week, because it's something that I really do believe.
So you saying that, what type of shade was they throwing? Like, I'm not understanding. And I do realize whenever you are in campaign, people are going to have negative things to say. People are going to try to drag you through the mud. But I applaud you and I commend you for keeping a clean campaign, because that's how you will be reflected on. That's how they'll remember you. Like, oh, you know what? He ain't throw no shade. So if you do try to run for anything else, or whenever you do try to do something, people are more prone to, I don't want to be hood and say with you, but people be more prone to, want to come to you for your business because of that positivity and that level of maturity that you presented. So what kind of shade?
It's crazy because, okay, so I was so fortunate enough to receive endorsements from countless people. We had past Mr. FAMU was endorsing me. We had Red reality TV star endorsing me. We had Trina, Queen of the South endorsing me. And we had a Congresswoman Corrine Brown endorsing me. I've met Congresswoman Corrine Brown several times. She's actually the representative back at home in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
So when I guess she got word that I was running, it was nothing for her to just send her some words of encouragement through a letter.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she did. So as soon as I got this letter, I was actually on campus campaigning, and my campaign manager, Dallas, he gave my phone, just like, here, look at this. And I looked at it, and it was a letter from Corrine Brown. I was like, wow. And I was like, send it out. So immediately we pushed it out. The campaign team, they did an incredible job at getting everything out. They pushed it out, and I would say maybe 10-15 minutes after it got pushed out, it bounced back to me as is this letter real? And it was a collage put with a fake letter and a real letter, quote unquote fake letter and real letter. That in itself was a lot to me, because it's like now you're questioning the validity of my campaign, and you're questioning my integrity. That in itself was shade that was been thrown at me. It's been shade's focus on the facts, facts over fashion. I still to this day don't understand the grasp or the meaning behind these various hashtags that was used to come against me or to attack me or to demean my campaign or campaign team. Because at the end of the day, like, I wanted to be Mr. FAMU because I feel like I could serve my university. So I don't understand why somebody else would need to have to throw shots or throw shade to kind of knock me off what I had going on.
I have a pound for them facts over fashion. Pound. It's better to look nice than not nice at all.
I like it. I'm gonna start using it.
I don't understand. Like, you could be fashionable. President Obama is fashionable.
Absolutely. Yeah,
P. Diddy fashionable.
Absolutely. And I think it stemmed from a place of
it's hate.
Right, in a place of insecurity, a place of intimidation, a place of not being secure in yourself. Because towards the end of campaign week, I noticed that people stopped campaigning for their candidate and started campaigning against me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing, like, again, I told my campaign team, no, if somebody asks, we ask, okay, hey, do you know who you're supporting for Mr. FAMU? If they say yes, you have a great day. If they say no, okay, let me tell you about myself. Let me tell you about my candidate. And I feel like the closer we got to actual voting day, and even after voting day to the runoff elections, people started attacking me as, okay, let me tell you why I should not vote for Rashad. And that's bad.
No.
That's bad politics. That's something that should have never been allowed. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm not mad. I'm not salty. At the end of the day, I know that what I did was in good taste and decent and in order. So if I'm good, then and my campaign team is good, then we're good.
Well, you need to have a comeback session on how to dress like Rashad, and then maybe they'll learn some points and tips.
All right, I owe it all to Images, Smile, and Truth. They taught me everything I know.
Oh, you just so happen to be a part of Images. That's why you're so great. But okay, so we pretty much answered every question, but I want to know, like, how does it feel knowing that you didn't win? You had such a strong platform, and you wanted to take your university to another level. You feel me? Like everybody talking about on fleek, you wanted to have FAMU on fleek to another level. So how does it feel, like, knowing that you didn't win? Does that stop your drive? Does that stop you from ever running again?
Well, let me just go ahead and put this out there. probably won't run again. It is what it is. But the days after the election, I was put in a very weird place. It was because all of a sudden you have people always around you. You have people, if you need anything, they're there for you. You're always used to being in front of somebody, talk to somebody, trying to sell yourself. And when the election is over and the announcements are put out who won, all that is over. Like, my house went back to being quiet. My campaign manager stopped answering the phone. So it's kind of like, that's no shade to them. They went back to their normal lives, and I got put in a really weird position, because I was kind of like, where do I go from here? Like, for these last, felt like forever, I've been, just trying to sell myself to the student body, trying to, just show them exactly who Rashad is, and now it's kind of like back to reality. But now that we are weeks out from campaign week, it doesn't stop my drive. It actually pushes me forward. I hung up all of my campaign material in my room. I have my R's above my bed and my posters on this wall and my I am excellent posters on this wall. And so it's a constant reminder of,
big room, huh?
I guess you could say that, but it's a constant reminder of, keep going. Like, this is not the end of your story. I strongly feel like God did not, like, Mr. FAMU was not for me, but God has something much more in store for me.
There you go.
So
again.
if I stop at Mr. FAMU, I feel like I'll be robbing myself. I'll be robbing all the supporters that I gain. It's 800 plus people that support me, that's looking for me to say, for my next move, to keep going to progress university without a title, without a crown, because all that stuff is materialistic. It's nice, it's for show, it's nice. But you have people that's progressing to university without a title, without any recognition, and that's what I plan on keep doing. So, I would love to have been Mr. FAMU. I still would love to be Mr. FAMU, but like I said, God doesn't see me fit. The student body didn't see it fit for me. So, I'm just going to use other ways, just to do what I have to do for myself, for my university, for my community, for my campaign team, for everybody around me. Because, I'm here. I feel like I'm here just to, be that light of positivity, a lot of, motivation for people around me.
Now let's rewind.
Okay.
You said that you wouldn't run again.
No, I wouldn't.
So is it because of the stress? Is it because of the no sleep? Is it because of the shade? Or is there something deeper than?
No, if I could do campaign week all over again, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Okay.
But it's the fact that I put myself out there. I was very vulnerable. I gave my all. The people responded.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no need for me to go and do it again. Like I said, if what God has for you is for you. If it's for me, then, like I said, the story isn't finished. But there will be no need for me to come a year after and try to do it again.
Are you still cool with the people who helped you campaign?
Of course. We still have our group me. They actually renamed themselves the Excellence Royal Family. And I find that funny because that's exactly what they turned into, my family. We chill just about, it feels like every night. They're doing something. They pop into my house. They have socials, potlucks, so we're always together. Sometimes I feel some type of way because they started doing stuff without me. I'm like, if it wasn't for me, y'all wouldn't even know each other. But I think it's all cool. I think that we definitely, through campaign week, we definitely gained a bond that can't be destroyed for nothing.
Okay, so we'll leave it on this note. If you can tell me, what did you gain from running for Mr. FAMU, and even if it's on a personal level in life, or how to just better handle things on campus, what was your overall gain from this campaign?
My overall gain from campaign week as a whole was just to, I realized that nobody will tell you no. And if you do hear no, go get it. If you want something bad enough, you'll make a way, you'll find a way. And it really taught me, campaign week really exposed my strength and how strong of a person I am. To be able to lead, basically, I feel like an army of people through a week of events, a week of pettiness, a week of hell. Campaign is hell week, a week of hell, and for them to even be cool afterwards, even through a defeat, just to still be together and say, hey, regardless of win and lose, you always got us. That it really showed me, I can do it. If I put my mind to anything, I can do it, no matter what people say. I was told, you can't be Mr. FAMU. You're not Greek. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You lost freshman year. Your freshman senator race. You know what I said? I said, but I want it. Like, I feel like I can make a difference. So if I could take anything away, it was just my own strength. It helped me realize, just how strong a person I am. So,
Well, I had so much fun with you
I
today.
did too.
And I thank you so much for coming to the studio and chopping it up with me.
Thank you for inviting me. You know, anytime I love sitting here with you. I've been watching you since day one. It feels like.
Oh my
So
God.
just to be here, actually in front of the camera, watching you, talking to you, it's like a dream come true. So thank you.
Thank you. That means so much. Well, I'm WhitneyB, and this is Rashad.
Rashad.
This is the life after campaign, during campaign, before campaign. You heard it here first.
See?
Bye. That was really good.